Miss. I'm John Lim Sung Ling, and I'm here to propose to you my strategic communication report. Well, basically, my title is How Emotions Can Affect Communication in a Woman Majority Workplace, and it's based on Chapter 11, The Processes of Emotions on the Workplace. As an introduction, as we all know, communication is a basic way of talking to each other, but according to Oxford's dictionary, there is actually three main definitions to communication. That is, the first one to be imparting or exchanging information by speaking, writing, or using someone as a medium. This basically means by conversing a message, like talking to each other. That's a form of communication. Secondly, would be sending or receiving information through a medium such as telephone lines or computers. This is another form of communication in a more modern stage where we use technology and or maybe letters and stuff like that, things that are not meant, they are not humanly based. And lastly, also it can be meant for using to define traveling and transportation of goods such as roads and railways, such as this is a good railroad communication line, something like that. The objectives of this study is actually to exhibit that emotions affect even basic communication, that no matter how much we try, we cannot stray away from emotions, and it will affect even the basic communication of human. To explore why emotions is vital in an organization communication life, my goal is actually to explore why emotions and to control emotions is vital in an organization, not only personally but as well as in an organization, to improve your life and stability of your company. Number 3 is to review how emotions affect relationship with co-workers in both satisfying and destructive ways in a majority woman working environment. Basically, I want to review how emotions can affect relationships between co-workers in both ways in a majority woman working environment, because we normally tend to have men dominant working environment, and I'm going to look at how it's different in a woman majority working environment. The fourth is to understand how emotion affects females, as well as how women handles emotion. Another objective is of this is a more focused objective of this actually to find out how emotions affect the females, as well as how they handle the emotions in the workplace, not only at home, like when they are going through their menstrual cycle or whatnot, how they handle their emotions. Well, the organization that I'm going to be looking at is Style Magazine. Style Magazine Malaysia. Originally, Style Magazine Malaysia is a lifestyle women's magazine that was published in Singapore originally by MediaCorp. And in April 2009, Malaysia Publications Miasat and MediaCorp had a conglomeration and joined forces in many of their showcases, and one of this is Style Magazine. Another famous magazine that they have brought to Malaysia would be FHN Magazine, but I'll be looking mainly at Style Magazine. The magazine is catered to the sophisticated glove-trotting female trendsetters in Malaysia. The circulation rate is about 25,000 and the readership annually is about 50,000. The cost of producing this annually probably would cost 5,200, and it will cost about $8 a copy in Malaysia. And Pansing Marketing Sdn Bhd is the Malaysia's distributor for this magazine. Well, according to Stranger and Balders and Waldron, they argue that people should be more focusing less on emotions in the workplace and more on emotion that emerge from a relationship in the workplace. Like what they actually mean is rather to focus on the emotion that drives from each other, rather than to focus on the emotion that emerge from the workplace and enhance on that. Women has been classified as more emotional due to natural defenses for childbearing purposes, better at understanding and cater to an infant needs. Women over the years has tend to be more scrutinized, to be more emotional towards anything they do. But one of the main reasons that people argue is because of childbearing purposes is it is a sort of natural defense for women to be more emotional, to understand their infants and child better. This would be even worse in a deadline zone such as a magazine company, where emotional control between co-workers is even more, it should be more prioritized to prevent organization breakdown, because in a magazine company where due dates are every fourth night, emotional breakdowns cannot happen because everyone has to work their part and deadlines has to be met in an environment like this. Well, the benefits of emotions in the right way, however, can improve tense situations. If you handle emotions well, you can avoid tense situations and arguments. You can express empathy rather than being a cold, straightforward person. You'll be more friendly and you can show empathy. You can understand people's need better. Being more emotional is you are able to converse and maybe able to reach out to someone rather than being more straightforward. And also you're more sensitive towards your own actions as well. When you have your emotions in check, you can control your actions because sometimes people do let their emotions take over their actions. For personality would influence one tendency such as preferences for introversion or extroversion, like intelligence, quotation, IQ. Personality cannot be used to predict emotions. However, as emotions can identify both the bias and clarity of one's thinking patterns that allow them to make good sound decisions, personality only refers to the biases in one's behavior themselves. Therefore, it is true that if you have your emotions more in check, you can actually choose and make more good sound decisions. As well as looking at the affections theory, like how the working environment will affect the working attitudes and the judgment-driven behaviors from working infants to experience emotions and personality depositions. And this is how the chart will work, if how your working environment and your working events will affect your working attitudes and your judgment. Well, in a new study from the Weinstein's Institute of Science in Israel, research discovered that women's cry can actually reduce men's testosterone levels, drop rates significantly. So this is another case study to look at, which is really good, that would actually explain that how emotions would actually affect women majority workplace. My research questions are this, as shown here. How does women affect power affect the working environment in the workplace? What are differences, management systems? What are advantages and disadvantages of having women in an organization, and when is it fine for women to show more emotions in the workplace during under stress? The methods will be quantitative the research interview of the editor of Star Magazine herself, face-to-face interviews with another 4 employees as well, and the 4 employees must have 2 men in their number. In assignment 3, the format portfolio will be in a video documentary form, and it will be based on a weekly content write-up. The topic chosen for assignment 3 will be topic 3, how does the use of images and language in organization communication reinforce power and gender differences in an organization? That's all.